All right, man. The title of this video reads, Jay-Z just ruined Larussell's life. What the hell? What is Jay-Z tied into it? What does Jay-Z got going on with Larussell, bro? Wait, this is going, hey, bro, the internet be going crazy. I ain't gonna, they be going crazy, go dumb, go stupid. But let's get to the video, bro.
Jay-Z has successfully destroyed Larussell's career. And I'll be real, we can't even put all the blame on Jay-Z because Larussell plays a huge part in this.
I'm officially signed to Roc Nation.
Hey, that was the biggest mistake of Larussell's career. And after
I didn't even know Larussell was signed to Roc Nation. This is my first time hearing that he was signed to Roc Nation, bro.
the week Larussell has had, if he could take that moment back, he would take it back. He probably wouldn't even announce he was signed to Roc Nation if he would sign to Roc Nation in the first place, if he could see the amount of trouble and trauma that signing to Roc Nation would bring him. And the thing is, Larussell don't even need Roc Nation. His reason for signing to Roc Nation wasn't even that compelling, to be honest.
He must just recently signed with Roc Nation. Like, this must just happen. Let me look it up. Cause yeah, I haven't. This is my first time hearing that Larussell is signed to Roc Nation. And if he made it this far, not being signed to Roc Nation or not being signed to anyone, why would you go sign with someone now? Because like I've been seeing Larussell take off. He's taking off. So for him to go sign with somebody after the takeoff is crazy. Larussell officially announced he signed a deal with Jay-Z, Roc Nation, on February the 4th, 2026, doing an appearance on The Breakfast Club. So what the hell? So he just now signing with Roc Nation. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't get why he would go sign with anybody. Bro, you on The Breakfast Club right now. But you know, people be on that motor, bro. They be on that machine behind them to push them. But you only gonna go as far as you gonna go, bro, at the end of the day. Like, selling out to go further in life, I feel like that's always a bad move, bro. And I'm not saying he's a sellout.
It means I now have support beyond just my homies.
Whatever level of support
that's exactly what I said.
To me, was not worth what will come.
He want the machine behind him.
See, Larussell was the feel-good story of hip-hop. People were rooting for Larussell because it felt like watching your homie grind.
Facts.
But once your homie get him,
yeah, bro, it was organic and authentic. Like, it didn't feel like commercial. It didn't feel like a industry plant type shit. It felt like this man is organically making it. He's making his way to the top. And if it did feel like a homeboy, it felt like a homeboy, it felt like your cousin, somebody you know that you came up with, and you know, like they struggling to get there. You ain't just see them like here 1 minute, and then next minute they at the fucking moon. You seen his career build up to become something, and then now you just sell out. I say the same thing with Young Dolph, bro. Young Dolph did it independently for a long time. Then all of a sudden he signed, and then he died like a few years after that. Bro, this shit is crazy.
Bad with the devil. You no longer view your homie as the homie. You now view your homie as the opposition, which is why I feel like a lot of people were very critical of this move. I think social media, like folks on social media were essentially saying he sold his soul. I think one user posted, so Larussell talked all that ish about labels and how they scam artists and even created an avenue for independent artists to actually make a coin from their music just to sign a Roc Nation. One thing these ninjas gonna do is sell themselves to the highest bidder. Common sense would tell you whoever Larussell signed to is none of your business, is none of my business, is none of our business. Larussell could sign to Jay-Z and he could sell Jay-Z his entire soul. I wouldn't give a damn. It's not my business. Okay, I'm not in the business of telling people what to do with their money and their assets. But where Larussell went wrong at in this entire thing is he began to feed into it.
Do you feel like you disappointed fans by signing?
No. The niggas who know me and rock with me and been here along my journey and been in my backyard, in my garage, and, you know, seen what I've done, understand completely what I'm doing. The niggas who don't know me, who don't buy tickets, who don't buy merch, who don't stream songs, who don't come to shows, who ain't got shit to do with my life, yeah, and I don't give a
I think him reducing anybody with criticism of him signing the Roc Nation as just haters who never supported him, I think is wrong. I do think some supporters of Larussell just don't like Jay-Z and was disappointed that he signed to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So I do think he should have granted some type of grace or just not responded back at all. But a second mistake that Larussell made, And to me, this was the biggest mistake. And this was the one that I felt like really sealed his fate online. Was after Larussell signed to Jay-Z, Larussell voluntarily became like a spokesperson and a PR man for Jay-Z.
I'm gonna say that Hove is not who the internet tries to make him out to be. You know, like there's been so many slanderous campaigns around who Hove is, and including myself. Like I've added to that pot through my experience.
It's one thing to sign a Roc Nation, but then it's another to sign a Roc Nation, and now you're repping for Roc Nation so hard, you're now adopting Jay-Z beef. You're now going at the internet on behalf of Jay-Z. You're now calling people with real problems and real issues with Jay-Z cloud chasers and liars. But that's not the case. Yo, Jay-Z has done some really foul things in his industry. Some really foul things, yo. Jay-Z got exposed for literally Jay-Z and Roc Nation contacted TMZ to spread a fake story on Colin Kaepernick to make Colin Kaepernick look bad. So Jay-Z's decision to join the NFL while Colin Kaepernick was boycotting the NFL to make that decision look better. They wanted to throw Kaepernick under the bus. This was a verifiable fact.
It's fucked
Call
up.
up Van Lathan. He'll tell you.
Bro, that's the interesting angle to take, bro. That you because you just signed with somebody, then you just start speaking out in their favor. Like, what the hell? Like, you don't know what the hell Jay-Z been doing the whole time your ass was a little kid up until now when you wasn't even in his circle. Like, I can't really vouch for people that I haven't been around. I can't really vouch for nobody, bro. You only can really vouch for yourself. Honestly, bro. You only can really vouch for yourself. You can't really vouch for people that you ain't really been around like that. So for him to take that angle and just try to vouch for Jay-Z on that level and be like calling these people like basically clout chasers and shit like that, bro, you ain't been around this man that long. You ain't even been signed to him that long. So you don't know what the hell happened. You don't know what he was doing. He was on Epstein Island. He in the Epstein file, so you really don't know what he been doing, bro, within his career. Like, this motherfucker been around P. Diddy and all kind of shit. And I ain't saying that he's guilty of nothing because of that. But I can't say that he ain't either. And that's the same with everybody else. Like Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, whoever you want to name, bro. LeBron James. I can't just go around and vouching for these people. It makes you look foolish.
Jay-Z has done things like that to a lot of people in his industry. So for you to sign a Roc Nation and then all of a sudden you're now the Jay-Z spokesperson, to me was a mistake. Because nobody can blame you for signing to Jay-Z. But the accusations of selling your soul and being compromised comes into play.
Yeah.
Once you become this super overly the top Jay-Z defender all of a sudden once you sign to him. Larussell even said during this interview that Jay-Z is responsible for getting Barack Obama elected.
And just to have conversations and meet, like, it's funny, my mama, I was telling her I'm going to meet Hov, and she was like, man, I don't know, I'm worried. You seen all those YouTube videos? And I told her,
sound like
what are they
my
like that? He's
mama.
like the
I had
Illuminati.
I messaged her and I was like, I said, people on YouTube are telling the story from the loser's perspective. The people who didn't do it can only comment on the people who did it. You know, and I think it's very important to get direct context. Like after we spoke today and we talked about the situation with me, and he brought it up and was like, man, this is how this is this. And it's like, I felt so bad for adding to the bullshit on his plate that the labels and they already like this is a free black man who chose to, hey, I'm gonna build my own DSP. I'm gonna build my own distro. I'm gonna give my the keys. And he's been shitted on so much by us, by his own community, you know, for just being courageous and bold and trying, that it's like, man, we have to, sometimes we gotta sit back and just shut the fuck up and let Muhammad Ali be Muhammad Ali.
True. I think we take a lot of ubiquitous people for granted. We just always seen them. They're around. They must be evil.
You don't even get to understand the impact of like what we experiencing and what we witnessing.
Yeah.
Who helped Obama get in office? Who helped us get the first black president? Who Obama called? Hove brought that home.
True. And Young Jeezy.
Come on, man.
We all got
What the hell are we doing here? Bro, this nigga, he definitely compromised now, bro. He definitely compromised. This looks like, if it's not selling your soul, it looks like it. It just looks like it, bro. Like, yeah, I can give credit to we can give credit to a lot of celebrities. A lot of celebrities help bring this shit home. Oprah, Tyler Perry, some old motherfuckers. I don't even fuck with these celebrities, but like they helped bring this shit home. You know, he was endorsed by a lot of people. But just say Jay-Z, bro. Like Jay-Z had the impact back alone, bro. There was a lot of black celebrities speaking out. Almost every black celebrity spoke out for Barack Obama. I don't understand Larussell's point of view on this shit, bro. I just can't see it because he wasn't speaking like this at first. This is a different person.
Experience a black president for the first time. And this nigga who's, hey, I need to bring this home.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand how insane that is?
Listen, man, I'm not giving that to Jay-Z, bro. I'm not giving Jay-Z credit for getting Obama elected, bro. I'm sorry. That's absurd to me. Obama and his team did their Jay-Z, stop it, bro. But I hate this for Larussell because Larussell essentially put himself in a war now. He puts himself dead smack in a stand war. Signing to Jay-Z is one thing. Nobody can blame you for it. But now you're defending Jay-Z. Now you are essentially minimalizing any type of, I don't know, gripes that anybody has against Jay-Z. Yo, Jay-Z has done a lot of foul things in this industry, Larussell. Jay-Z and Roc Nation contacted TMZ and literally try to feed a fake story about Colin Kaepernick to TMZ to throw Kaepernick under the bus to make Jay-Z's decision to sign with the NFL look better.
Hey, that's not the only shit he done either, bro. That's not the only shit he done. I promise you. I'm willing to bet you, like, if you go down to, like, you just go digging in the closet, you're going to find a list of things, bro. A list of things he's done. Everything ain't coming out to the public yet. But when shit actually started to come out to the public, people like Larussell, for going on this whole little thing, this whole little spin of him trying to stick up for Jay-Z, he going to look bad, bro. It's going to look bad. Like, even the shit he did to Kanye West, bro, was kind of doggish. Kanye West spoke on it. If you ever heard the Big Brother album, not Big Brother album, but the Big Brother song from Kanye West, like Kanye West spoke about a lot of shit that was happening, that was going on within Rockefeller and with him and Jay-Z. This song is basically named Big Brother. It's named Big Brother because he looked at Jay-Z as a big brother. And this song is about Jay-Z. You know, he didn't really just shit on Jay-Z in the song, but he actually spoke about the things that were going on that he didn't like.
Is that a man like who like we're just hating on for no reason? No, Jay-Z is a foul human being. Larussell knows all about it. Larussell himself experienced how Roc Nation and Jay-Z tried to steal everything he ever worked for nothing. They tried to sign him to a 360 for $15,000. Larussell experienced that firsthand. So for him to experience that and be vocal about it, and then signing Jay-Z, now all of a sudden Jay-Z is Jesus Christ, it looks compromised to a lot of people.
Right. Who's serious? I'm moving too fast. These niggas furious. I took all the risks. I was curious. Turned down Roc Nation, had me feeling all delirious. You know, Roc Nation, that offer
you gotta tell us about that.
Yeah.
You gotta tell us about that.
So Roc Nation, man, they just did some funny shit that
wait. Let's not just say Roc Nation as a whole.
The labels,
the representative that you were dealing with.
Yeah, right? But I mean, I think you got to be responsible for who you hire. That's a representation of you and your shit. Hey, it's funny because after I got the offer, I had called Charlemagne, and I was like, bro, I need to talk to Hove. And he started laughing. I said, I just want to know if Hove know what they did or not.
Right.
I said, once I tell him, I'll either know if he knew or he didn't. And if he knew, cool, I see. Right. But if he didn't, I think you should know what's going on in your organization, right?
So what happened?
So they sent me an offer, and the first one was like the terms, but then it had no money attached to it. It was just a $15,000 discretionary fund, right? Which is like, damn, where's the event? Where's all this? It was like, you're going to deliver these projects under these terms, 10% 360, $15K discretionary fund, that's yours. And I went to the office, and I'm like, they like, what you think? What you gonna do? And I'm like, bruh, where's the money? Like, where the numbers, right?
Right.
And he like, what you mean? And I'm like, bro, it's only 15K. Like, what I'm gonna do with 15K?
Right.
And he's like, oh, no, this ain't it. He makes a call. He's like, yo, it ain't no numbers on the offer. They sent a new offer in like 30 seconds, right? And the new offer was much larger. But by that time, I was turned off because I'm like, if I would have signed this 15K, would you have told me you made a mistake?
No,
and
hell
then
no.
You made a $750,000 mistake? I don't want to do business with niggas who make mistakes that big. You gonna f my business up, right? But I just felt like that was hella slimy and it wasn't a great representation.
Now imagine how many artists who isn't Larussell who did.
Now it's a whole different story, bro. It's a whole different story now. That was his true thoughts right there. Now he's in a sunken place. This nigga in a sunken place, bro. The money make niggas do some crazy shit. I promise you, bro. Money make niggas do some crazy thing. It makes niggas do a whole 360 in life. This nigga twerking for the money now, bro. He doing it, bro. Come on now. Like, stand on that shit. If you go do a deal with Jay-Z still after this shit, okay, cool. But still, bro, you gotta keep your enemies close. You gotta keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. If motherfuckers try you one time, they will try you again. So you never forget that shit. He done forgot everything, bro.
They didn't have the infrastructure and the team you had. Who got a deal like that and they actually signed it? Because, they needed the $15,000, right? But Roc Nation and Jay-Z knew they were worth more. Imagine how many artists, who didn't have the education that you got, who didn't have the courage, and they actually sold their soul. So if you are aware firsthand of the games they play and how they exploit their own, to then sign to them because you're in an advantageous position with leverage and then say, nah, they all perfect, nah, they all good, nah, Jay-Z only trying to help. What? No, that's not. No. Confirmation bias is a thing. Because people already think Larussell is compromised after signing to Roc Nation and Jay-Z, that when Larussell was speaking on Lil Wayne in this same interview, he said some positive things about Lil Wayne. But he was also critical of Lil Wayne. And because he was pretty critical of Lil Wayne, people ignored the positive stuff he said about Wayne and went directly to the critical stuff he said about Wayne and automatically grouped this in with Larussell is compromised. He's going off on Lil Wayne because he's now signed to Jay-Z and Lil Wayne and Jay-Z ain't seeing eye to eye right now.
Yeah,
I gotta respect
he had a conviction.
I
had a moment in my journey where I had grew a disdain for Wayne just because I started listening to everything. Like, I started maturing as a human, and I'm like, damn, this nigga wasn't talking about nothing.
That's crazy to say.
I
think that's, bro, and that narrative right there is what people like to run with Lil Wayne, bro. Lil Wayne got plenty of shit, but he's actually speaking about shit. Now, he has a lot of mixtape stuff that he wasn't talking about shit, but he made Tie My Hands. You know what I'm saying? That was in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. Lil Wayne made Hustler Music. He made How to Love. He made Dr. Carter, bro. Dr. Carter tell you how to rap. He taught motherfuckers, he was teaching motherfuckers how to rap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. To say Lil Wayne ain't got no substance in his music, bro. Misunderstood. Like, Lil Wayne got some shit. And he got a lot more. I just can't think of them all right now. But he got a lot more songs, bro. But to say Lil Wayne like don't have substance in his music and everything is crazy. It just shows you what you were leaning towards, what you was choosing to listen to.
His argument was,
as someone who like grew up in these communities,
right,
and grew up with homies who I seen want to be Bloods because they following Wayne and want to be gangster and want to shoot all the gun bar and
right.
Like, I've seen the negative that he contributed to the community, and I had to look like, man, what are the songs where he really talked about something and gave? And out of a 1,000-song catalog, it's minute on this end.
It's like Georgia Bush.
And that do bother me. Tie My Hands.
Yeah.
That's what I was
going to
say. Tie My Hands is the only one I can think of.
And that's the thing.
That's
it's
crazy.
Like, if I hug you once, but
it didn't come around until like Carter 3 when Lil Wayne just started really just saying a whole bunch of different shit. And just playing with his wordplay in music. Like, that was Carter 3, Wayne.
That's what I was going to say.
Records,
Tie My Hands
right?
is the only one I
and
can think of.
And that's the thing. It's like, if I hug you once, but I slapped the shit out you 1,000 times. You know, your affinity for me is going. You're probably gonna remember me for this. And a lot of people don't. You know, as I mature, a lot of my old favorite artists, I'm now like, damn. Yeah. Like, I love you because I learned how to rap to you, but when you look at the contribution, it's like, man.
That clip right there has set Larussell back. I can't even articulate or fathom how much that clip has effed up what Larussell got going on.
Yeah, it
For
is.
the first time in his life, there's an actual hate mob and hate train, and there are actual people who are waking up every day to make sure that Larussell don't succeed because of what he said about Wayne. Because that right there was all the confirmation that people need. Okay, Larussell is probably in Jay-Z's back pocket now because now he's criticizing Jay-Z's enemies, which I don't feel like that was Larussell's intent. I feel like that's how it came across due to everything else Larussell did throughout the week. Larussell is fighting.
I feel like Larussell should just play this one safe and not say too much of anything, bro. You ain't even really established enough to even say some shit like that about Lil Wayne. Like, I understand like a Kendrick Lamar saying like, hey, I listened to Wayne growing up, but then like once I realized that a lot of Lil Wayne music didn't have substance, then like it kind of made me look at Wayne different. This Kendrick Lamar, bro, he has made it to a level. He made it to a stature to where he can now say that he is accomplished within his genre, within his lane. Larussell, bro, you just now getting your foot in the door, bro, and you are Larussell like in his 30s, I think. Yeah, Larussell is 31, bro. So like you 31, bro. You already a late bloomer. You already a late bloomer, bro. You need to be trying to focus on trying to put some music out, trying to build a legacy within your music career, bro, instead of like attacking people, attacking Lil Wayne and vouching for somebody that you have no idea of what they fucking done in life. You ain't been around this man. You don't know what the fuck he's done. Yeah, I lost a little bit of respect for Larussell, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I lost a little bit of respect for him because this is a smear campaign. Seems like he's smearing people's name and shit. Like anybody who ever had any allegations towards Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, anybody Jay-Z ever beef with or anything, you just ready to smear them, bro. Off the strength of you Roc Nation now.
For his life online right now, and you can see what the sentiments are. People believe, again, that Ninja signed to Roc and immediately start shitting on Wayne. Who sent you? People believe that Jay-Z or Larussell is only doing this or saying these things about Lil Wayne and others because he's now signed to Roc Nation and he's riding for the home team, which is why if I'm Larussell, bro, I'm not defending Jay-Z on no interviews, bro. Yeah, sign to him, but so what, right? Hear them Rock boys go again. Them ninjas wonder why these type of rappers get no love outside their fans, especially once they get bigger. Ninjas love throwing dirt on Wayne as if he ain't Lil effing Wayne. Like he ain't take over the world like 3 times first. Yo, Larussell effed up, bro. He effed up, man. Disrespecting Wayne is nasty work. What the F is even a Larussell? Point a gun to my head and tell me to name 3 songs and you gonna have to blow my head off because who is that? One person says, I'd rather hear Lil Wayne light his joint on repeat for 4 hours than this ninja. This is the first time ever like Larussell has gone from the hometown hero to now he's a villain because he got in business with Roc Nation, because he ruined a good thing by getting in business with the devil. If you go online right now and just scroll on your on your Twitter, all you really see is like posts like this where people are going out of their way, man, to call Larussell trash, posting all of his music videos on his shorts, which is like, hey, man, yo, it's self-inflicted, bro. He did this to himself. Once the hate mob started, Larussell didn't do himself any favor because he actually fed more into it. Like, he tried to respond back and counteract the hate mob, but every attempt just made things worse. Larussell will post a clip where he would title it, "Full Context, Case Closed, Wrap It Up. The media will have you making an enemy out the hero. Weezy, I love you. Good day, losers." Now, he would claim that this video is the full context and the other video was clipped up without context. But the video that Larussell would show here is a video that actually cuts out him saying that he has disdain for Lil Wayne. So if you're posting the full context and the video of the full context clips out the part that people is mad about, then it's not the full context.
Right. You know, one of the homies put me on Wayne, and it was like bars. I used to have a notebook, just bars.
What was your introduction to Wayne?
So there's 2 introductions to Wayne. Yeah. There's an introduction to Wayne that's through culture and your parents that you have no merit in.
Right.
And then there's an introduction when you get to like dive. And mine's, I think it was like The Drought 2. And And that was like my reintroduction to like, man, dedication mixtapes, the droughts. Like I just got immersed.
No ceilings.
Man, this was pre No Ceilings.
Yeah.
I mean, the Carter 1 and Carter 2 were amazing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're like positively talking about Lil Wayne because our last guest shat on Lil Wayne so hard.
I love Wayne so much, but I understand how someone could be like, man, this isn't the Wayne that like I remember. You know? No, I had a moment in my journey where I had grew a disdain for Wayne just because I start listening to everything. Like I start maturing as a human, and I'm like, damn, I love you because I learned how to rap to you. But when you look at the contribution, it's like, man. But he was also a kid.
Yeah.
Wayne was
The part where he says, damn, but he wasn't saying nothing. He clipped that part out and then transitioned to, man, yeah, but you feel me? But he was a kid. And that's what people were like, all right, bro. Like now you're playing in our faces.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the full context, but you clipped it up yourself. And then Larussell doubled down on the bad decision. He made another big mistake. Larussell decided he was now going to attack the media pages for posting the clip of him talking about Lil Wayne, right? He attacked Say Cheese. He attacked academics. He attacked all the really huge hip-hop pages that he got to go through for promo or to deal with. He would attack them and claim that, that they're all being bought out and they're compromised and they don't have integrity whatsoever because they posted a clip of Larussell talking about Lil Wayne.
I'm finna blow the whistle on the industry real quick. In the industry is two forms of marketing that's used heavily. It's seeding and it's clipping. Whenever you see academics, Say Cheese, rap, bars, etc., all posting the same thing.
Bro, why this nigga walk like that, bro? This nigga walk like a fucking penguin. Bro, this nigga walk goofy as hell, bro. What the hell? This nigga having a seizure.
Around the same time with the same narrative, that's a seeding campaign. That means someone gave them a budget and some content and a narrative to spread to the world.
Man, bouncy as
These
hell.
two things have been monumental and beneficial to artists like myself as well, because whenever I have a viral moment, I'm able to mass distribute the moment to the world. On the flip side of that, most of these places don't have no integrity. So as long as you got the budget, you could get them to post anything and use their platform. Yesterday, probably like 20, 30 platforms across Instagram and Twitter all posted the same clip of me at the same time with the same narrative. 30 thinking the same thing, watching the same interview at the same time. None of them have ever posted anything from me. They ain't posted when I paid rent in my hood. They ain't posted when I bought out restaurants. They ain't posted when I helped these kids. They ain't posted nothing I've ever done. But randomly, they all watching this interview and decided we should post this.
I run a newspaper.
Bro, you speaking about hip hop though, bro. Lil Wayne is basically hip hop for a lot of people. So when you bring Lil Wayne name up, the media is gonna come down on you, bro. They're gonna post shit about Wayne. If you're at a celebrity status and you make a comment against Wayne and you in hip hop, you're gonna be posted in the media. That's just what it's gonna be. That's just like being a basketball player and then you say something about LeBron James or Michael Jordan. There's probably gonna be not a popular opinion. Like that shit is gonna make headlines. So you gotta be careful what you say. You gotta be careful of the shit that you say, bro. Like you said this, bro. If you meant something different, then just say you meant something different. But you can't sit there and go at people because they're doing their jobs. This is crazy.
By the way, who post about like 30 to 40 times a day. As somebody who runs a news page, I'm here to tell you like how other pages find a news. They go to other pages who post news and they just draw the news from there. So it's not crazy that 30 or 40 pages posted, the same post or video with, let's say, similar captions or like around similar times. That's because people are jacking from each other. If I post something first, I'm sure you're going to have Say Cheese and others like take from me. If Say Cheese posted first, I'm going to take from Say Cheese. That's how it works. All right? Now, but this approach, though, once you attack the brands itself, now they have an invested interest into making sure you don't succeed. Now they have an invested interest in hating you when before they had no reason not to like you. It was just them just posting what was news at the time. Yo, I knew Larussell kind of messed up when you had Sean Cotton, out of all people, who don't bother nobody, declaring war on Larussell today. Sean Cotton took to Twitter to tell Larussell the DJ only play Larussell music when fights break out at the club so everybody can leave.
Damn.
Like come on.
What the hell, bro? This was posted on the 14th of February. It's Valentine's Day. Where's the love? This nigga said this? Yeah, bro, you gotta fight, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta fight after this one.
Come closer, hip-hop supernova is back. Keep your composure, yeah, all hail the chosen. You niggas place holding. I saw in, so important like Air to Jordans. Just culture, 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 culture.